full house today. Yo, let me put y'all on the live, man.
And when you're ready,
Oh, I'm ready. We can go ahead.
you're live on YouTube. So going live in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Y'all are on another episode, podcast on the Up and Up with B. I am your host, Brandon Thompson. It is good to have y'all with me tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all decided to rock with us, and as always, I appreciate that. I'm excited tonight, man. Like I know y'all think I'm excited every week, but it's like every week I get to see somebody that I haven't seen in a while, or I get to get some new blood in my booth. You know what I'm saying? Or actually, technically, some of these people here they're newbies to this booth, but they're no stranger to the booth, though. You know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, take up y'all time with all that gibberish or whatever. You know, I'm gonna go from left to right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with this young lady to my immediate left. You know, I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself because, you know, it's a pleasure to have her in my booth with me. You know what I'm saying? Please state your name and, you know, Instagram and all your good stuff, young lady. Tell them about yourself. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am Key. My Instagram and my Twitter is at the main Key. That's the MAINKEI.
Look at her. See, flat out, moving around. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the left. You know what I'm saying? Young man, tell him what's going on with you, sir, man. What's the word, brother? Hey.
What's going on, people? I go by K2A. My Instagram is K2A313. Twitter, all that. YouTube, K2A313. I'm here with Savantsound. We here.
Ooh, see, look at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Moving down there to the left, you know, you know what I'm saying? This is little bro right here, man. Look, I'm like, dang, man, you know, you got to go ahead and give him your stuff, too, man. Look, they might want to know who you is. You in the booth, too.
My Instagram is Top Shotter, Fat Boy. You know, I'm a guest on here, so, you know.
Hey, welcome to everyone. Say what's going on. Man, y'all know who Mr. Controversy is. I ain't got to tell him, but I'll let you go ahead and tell him your stuff anyway. You
yeah, y'all know me, Mr. Controversy. My sold out sneaker life. The Early Word Incorporated. I'm here every week. I'm here. I live here.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, say moving along to my right, brother. What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, B?
Like, you all right, man? Look,
I'm hanging in there, man.
Hey, that's all that matter, man. You know, you gonna give him an Insta, you gonna give him an IG, you gonna give him a little bit about yourself. Tell him something, man. Look,
one of the co-founders of Savantsound. Here with my man's K2A. You know what I'm saying? The best in the city, in my opinion. Just opinions, people.
Okay.
Here on behalf of the Early Worm as well, and we in the building.
Look, man, flat out, man, I appreciate you coming down to mess with me, man. You know what I'm saying? The last, but certainly not least, you know what I'm saying? You know, my man's, y'all ain't seen him in a minute. He back in here again, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, you got to tell him what's going on with you. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
My name Dom. My Instagram is Dom_is_music. My Twitter is Dom Music. SoundCloud, YouTube, Dat Piff. All that. I'm representing True to the Dream.
Easy. Nah, I know y'all probably wondering, like, man, who is all these people and what are they doing in here? Like, first off, before I get started, let me shout out, you know what I'm saying, Be Easy. He's not here tonight. You know what I'm saying? I gave them boys a night off. Mel Hill. Shout out to you as well.
Shout out to Mel
you know
watching.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? The chef made a full recovery as well. DeMarco, I see you out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, everybody that's in here in this building with me, you know what I'm saying, at some form or another is an artist or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them coming out with me to share their story with you. You know what I'm saying? Just make their platform a little bit better, man. You know, actually making my platform a little bit better because they came out, you know what I'm saying, to rock with me. You know, I know everybody's schedule was busy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, enough about that. We're going to hop right into this thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, it's the title for the night is Industry Night. You know what I'm saying? Respectively, you know what I'm saying, as y'all sit here with me, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk a little bit about Detroit music, of course. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to kick it off, you know what I'm saying, because I just looked at it on my Instagram earlier today that 42 Doug finally got officially, you know what I'm saying, signed or whatever. You know, Yo Gotti, he ended up picking him up or whatever.
Yeah, I was there the other night.
Oh, you see you was in there, huh? Man, Young Punks is in there, man. Look at you, man. No, that's what's up, though, man. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I know the city is excited. They buzzing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is in good spirits or whatever. But I wanted to know, like, you know what I'm saying, with the exposure that's going on with Detroit, you know what I'm saying, do y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying, he was supposed to be next up, or do y'all feel like it was somebody else that should have been in this place before? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, I said in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, that Babyface Ray or Peasy should have been, you know what I'm saying, like, up there in line. But I seen Peasy paying homage to him as well, you know what I'm saying, in a video that I was watching in the clip. So I just wanted to know how y'all felt about that then. Anybody can jump in. I don't even care. It's no particular order. You know what I'm saying?
Man, ain't no next up for real.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, tell me about it, Kate. Come on, Kate. Come on, tell me something, bro. Look, come
Ain't
on.
no next up. If you're for real, it just ain't. You know, that ain't how it go.
Oh, well, look, elaborate now, because you done started now, man. You done kicked it off, so I want to know, man. What's up?
Hey, look, it's how the chips fall for you. You know what I'm saying? You put the work in. You know, he got work out there. Doug got work out there. He didn't have work out there. He probably got at least a top 3 hot song in the city right now.
Big
so,
facts,
you
big
know
facts.
what I'm saying?
Okay,
So,
okay.
You know, got he win with who he wanted. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'd be a whole bunch of other stuff. I ain't gonna talk about it on here, but it'd be other stuff.
I respect that. Look, I respect that. Look, I already know what time it is,
it'd
man.
be
you
other
know?
stuff that shake outside, but you know, it just ain't no next up for real. Anybody could get signed tomorrow.
So you say it don't even matter about the talent about
You
it,
go
it's just
viral
about the
you
push
go
or whatever,
viral
basically.
tomorrow. You know what
You
I'm
said, look.
saying? And you go viral tomorrow and have a deal. The day
Look, you
after.
said, look, y'all see me next week. I'll be like, look, on the
That's
podcast,
true,
this
though.
shit is crazy
Yeah.
there, right?
What he said is true though. Being viral is what's gonna put you on. So you know, if you got that following, you got that, you know, that traction going. I mean, you can be up next. It's all about it falling in the right place of, you know, who listening.
I'm gonna say one thing. The one thing I don't hear people talk about the most when cats is coming here and they getting signed is the business getting done the right way.
Okay.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We know about them P's. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow them P's. And Doug in a situation where them P's lined up, and you know he got heat. You know, STFU, one of the biggest records last year. You know,
Right.
point blank period.
Come on.
If you're a DJ, you got to spin it. You know, DJs, man, we need y'all to step it up. I ain't trying to get off topic, but since I got the flow right now,
Oh, no, come on.
We-
Take it
we-
with you.
we-
Look, we
That's
talking.
100. That's 100 though.
we need the DJs here to be DJs. You know, go back and listen to how Eric B promoted his own artists within Rakim. They were a partnership. You know what I mean?
Flat out.
And it's a lot of, you know, stuff that's stagnant because the DJs, they don't want to be DJs. So I'm going to leave it at that. But, you know, that's what the city need most importantly. We need to be spinning our own records here. They spin it everywhere else when you go outside of the state line.
And that's what I was gonna say. Not only that, they need to
hella
support
play.
the city. That's the number one thing that they don't do. It shouldn't be a fee to support your city. You know what I'm saying?
all for the
Like
money.
if you hear something and it's hot and you love music true to your heart, you know what I'm saying? If this dude got a hot track, you should be spending them just on the love. Like, hey,
Facts.
this a hot track. Let me put this dude on because we all from the same city.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be no fee.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be no fee.
That's how I feel. I mean, I'm just saying, like, we are from the D, so
Right.
it don't matter who coming up next. It's like shit. So if one person come, everybody coming. So
like you
you
can't,
know, I'll take anybody as long as
Right.
they repping my city. Sure.
Right.
and it's like it should be like that. You would think, you know what I'm saying, coming from where we come from, and you know what I'm saying, the blood, sweat, and the grit, and everything that we deal with adversity wise in this city, that it would be like that. But it's kind of more like a self-made business, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. You know, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying, and it shouldn't be like that, man. You know what I'm saying, because it's like, dude, like, man, you know how these streets is. You know what's going on out here. You know what time it is, and it's like, if I could help my fellow man do anything, like, you know what I'm saying, why not then? You know what I'm saying? Like, why
That's a
should
lot of people problem with Shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't seem like he really reached back. Like, once the whole D12 thing, once that was over, it was like he didn't come back and really extend no arms. And there's a couple people who he could have helped, and they could have been at the next level by now just by extending his arm a couple times. You know?
And then to piggyback off of that, can you really say he extended his arm?
Exactly.
I mean, D12, these the cats you grew up with, which I mean that's love. That's what you should do.
Right.
But what about everybody else?
yeah.
I mean, I know
Proof was cold.
I got
bro.
a homeboy that know Obi personally. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not to put this out there, but he told me, you know, hey, he had to break away from him because them wasn't even really looking out for him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Flat out.
So what is you really doing for the city? You know what I'm saying? Not to get off subject, but when T Grizzly made that comment and said Eminem really don't do nothing for the city, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? Because what is you doing? You put on people you knew, and that was it. You ain't doing nothing for no upcoming artists.
Right.
You ain't, I mean, like the thing Jay-Z doing, that's something Eminem should have been doing.
he coulda
and
scooped up
it should have made it
Blade
even
anytime.
bigger. You feel me?
Yeah, shoot. So you feel like the way Dre did him, he should have sat there and mentored them the same way then, basically.
Exactly.
Blade.
I can get with
He
that.
could have rested there and got Blade at any time during them years when he was hot. Like,
Oh, see, I got some.
Blade could have still been on top right now.
Okay, look, I see you over there. Look, you pondering, man. Look, get up, jump in, bro.
I
Look,
mean,
get
I
up.
don't, you know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta stand on your own. Like, I don't hold that against Eminem. Like, if you go outside, if you really outside, do you really expect Marshall to put, you know what I'm saying, somebody from your neighborhood on?
I mean, I ain't even saying like that though. Okay, I'm just saying like
Hell yeah.
put something out here
Why?
where.
Why though?
But I'm just saying, put something out here to
I
where
ain't never seen
a
Marshall
cat
on
like
my
you.
block.
But I'm just saying, put
from
something out here to
Raphael
where
City.
you can use it and you can benefit off of it. It don't have to have his name attached to it. But damn, give me that stepping
Studio
stone
time.
so where I can go hit this studio up, or you know what I'm saying,
Right.
whatever. I can hit this little contest up where I can try to get myself on my own name. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get it. I don't hold as much, you know what I'm saying, against them as other people do, because at the end of the day, again, like, Marshall ain't never slid down Plymouth, so I'm expecting him to do something for me for.
You said, look,
You know
he ain't
what I'm
coming
saying?
across 8 Mile, man.
Yeah,
Look, you like,
he ain't never been that deep, so it is what it is. He done did some things that ain't really out there, that ain't public,
That's the problem.
but
It need to be out there.
maybe.
Come on, man. We all from the same city. So how we all gonna know about what you got out there? Everybody ain't connected like that, you feel me? Some of us out here still in the dirt. So you gotta put something out here where everybody can know about it. It can be reachable to some people, you feel me?
It's a wrap for that. Yeah.
I'm
Did,
just
did
saying,
Sean
man.
Sean been in 10 years now? Did he do it?
Yeah, he reaching back.
Not really.
Like really?
In my
is he-
opinion, not
is he
really.
I kind of feel like he kind of got his hand in a few things. You know, he jumping on different tracks with people and stuff. I mean,
Man,
Yeah,
he
now-
jumping on the track with them when they get up.
I mean,
Vez got his deal, and then so now you have to. That's somewhat of the same playing field. You
I
feel me?
mean, not really though. You can't really compare Vez new platform to where Sean at.
It's a
right
deal. It's an industry deal. That's what I'm saying.
I
It's an
think
industry
the
deal.
number one thing
now.
that we
So all
missing.
deals is good.
Come on, now.
But
let's
hold
talk
on,
about
hold on.
it. Look,
It's
let's
it's
talk
an
about it.
industry
Come
deal.
on.
When he signed that deal, next day, them people in them offices was moving with him step by step in the city.
I'm a ride with Shine with in a situation of what he do for the kids back at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For the
He
city.
he does bring inspiration back for the kids, and it's active. You can see it. You know, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you did the Detroit versus everybody record, but you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody on that record. You know what I'm saying? It was a good record for the city where we was at the time. But at some point, we got to elevate. And I think this generation of artists that's coming out from the city, all these guys at the table, we all understand that if we don't get out there and help each other, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna do nothing. But here's the other thing. Let me talk about this. Is records really on. being made right now from the city? I'm talking about records. I ain't talking about
record, or
just
you talking about, like,
I'm talking about Billboard records.
It depends who
I don't
you
really even
You know what I'm
listen to
saying?
Detroit, to be
'Cause
honest.
And here's why I'm touching on that, because you know Atlanta support Atlanta and everybody in the South. You know, and it's really open doors. You know, we got people that's transplanted from New York and Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, on and on and on. It's Black Hollywood down there, right? But they support each other, right? And then they make, even if it ain't a record, it may say Scooby Doo, but it's gonna be made a record as far as some charts and the statistics goes. But when you come here, all we got is street records. So when you look at that, it's a gray area with the business.
Okay.
But now because our culture of the city is being, you know, expanded out to different footprints in the part of the country, everybody want to rock yays now. You know what I'm saying? You got Ty Gurley on the bench after the W, whooping on the Lions. He putting on buffs. YG commenting on it. You know what I'm saying? So the culture is getting out there and the music is spreading out there. And these guys that's in the industry now that's rapping, they moving around out there. You know, Oakland sound like us. You feel me?
Right.
You know, and it's a lot of respect that go both ways. You know?
Same thing like I told you with Milwaukee. Milwaukee right now, they got a lot of Detroit sound in their music right now.
Cali, the whole Cali period, you know what I'm saying? All the way from San Diego up to the,
you know what I'm saying, the Bay Area.
Right.
I've been tapping in with Milwaukee too a little bit.
You know,
It's a little Dame situation.
Yeah. You know, so they catching on to the flavor that we, you know what I'm saying, we got out here.
Right.
They catching on to that, and then they catching on to the music. Then they catching on to the personalities. So is music being signed, you getting a signed deal because of music, or you getting it signed because of personalities? That's the question that need to be answered. And right now it's looking like personality more than music. Just keeping it 100.
Okay, so to piggyback off of what you saying then, you know what I'm saying, in terms of artists and in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, everything spread, the culture spreading from different cities or whatever, do you feel like as a Detroit artist, they have to elevate and uproot their roots out of this city and move somewhere else where they can get more exposure? Or do you feel like, you know, what do you feel like, you know, said is the angle they need to play to get their self out there more then?
I mean, it's been getting done. You know, you got cats that play in the street, you got cats that fake play in the street, and you got cats that play in the street and they'll never show that other side of them. You know, when they transform themselves to, I'm over here straight just doing business. I'm going to talk about it a little bit.
Right.
But I can make some records at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So for that guy, he may have to maneuver OT. You know what I'm saying? Just to get things moving, just to get more followers and just to get his stuff up.
Right.
You know, you come back here, you know, every event that I've been out within the span of the last 5 years to now, it's a culture change in the city. You know what I'm saying? You can go to an event and not expect nothing to pop off like it normally do. Y'all know how we can get at times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that scares business. That scares business away, though. You know what I'm saying? That scares business away. So now, okay, these guys are colorful. They got personalities. They're marketable.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the guys that's here in the city that's benefiting and more to come, such as yourself, and yourself, because that's what we're going to put out there. We all about to make it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But bring Motown back. There's nobody more talented on the planet Earth than Detroit cats. And that's in any category, any industry.
And
you name it.
It's funny that you even bring Motown into the picture because one of these topics I have was specifically for that there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like the music game in Detroit has always been the forefront of music. You know what I'm saying? We know that now. We've acknowledged that. Motown is the perfect shining example of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you've had some of the best artists in the 80s, and 90s, the 70s come in here and perform at that spot on the boulevard. If you familiar with this city then. My question is, you know what I'm saying, how you guys feel about it on the rap and the hip hop side? Because you just actually answered part of that question there. You know what I'm saying? You really did. Anybody else want to elaborate on that along with what he said though? Are we in agreement, disagreement? What's up?
It's like the new wave. It was like then it was the shooby wop and that's what they was looking for. But now ain't too many of that coming out the city. So it's like, well, let's just jump on the rap now, and that's good. Like sign rappers now.
I mean, who they got signed though? I don't really know nobody they got signed. To me, Motown last time I really knew what they was doing was on some neo soul type shit. So
I mean, Vezo a proponent. You know what I'm saying? But it's a W. It's a W for the city,
and that's what you really got to focus on. It's a win.
Okay, I feel that.
Small victory.
It's a W.
You got to set the tone for
as
something.
far as
big.
Motown,
what is he gonna do?
But as far as Motown, I get what you're saying. Like,
get somebody who really, no disrespect to that dude, all love to him, but come on, man, get somebody out here that's really making some for real tracks. That's trash, bro. He trash. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna say trash.
He trash.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I don't even mess
I'm
with
Mr.
these
Controversy
places.
for a reason. I'm gonna say the stuff a lot of people ain't gonna say. He trash.
I rock it trash.
No, I'm saying I rock with some of his songs, but when we talking about making music, man, come on now.
Yeah.
5 years later, you ain't gonna be listening to that shit.
I ain't taking him over payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right. I feel you on that.
See, and Pay is actually, you'll say he
I think everybody cold in the city. You ask me.
You say everybody, you ain't got no other dog.
They
in the
all
fight
sound
there.
the same, so they.
We ride. We gotta ride. We gotta ride. You know what I'm saying? We ride with the Lions. We ride with the Pistons. You feel me? We ride with U of M,
bro.
Some of y'all ride with the
This
Pistons.
how I feel, bro.
I ain't riding with the Pistons.
This how I feel.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm on the
know.
sideline with that. Y'all got me out of the game.
I don't
on that
know
one. You
if
lost me, man.
you know. I'm gonna just say this: from the last time when we was talking about, you know, rap music before and the later, you know, podcast, me now, stage I'm at in my life, I really mess with underground people that ain't really known like that now more than anything, because when you listen to that music, you can hear the love for it, you can hear the hunger. They putting their everything into it. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to some of these songs, and like I said, I do mess with Detroit music.
Absolutely.
I do. But it's all the same. Just like when I told y'all before, that Jay-Z shit, it's all the same. And it ain't no love in it, ain't no difference in it. But that's how I feel. I like dudes that ain't made it yet because they still got that hunger, that drive, that love for it.
Talk about
you know
it.
what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
Like,
man. Come on.
hey, ask Steph. I tell Steph all the time, even before you drop that love track, I said, Steph, that's my shit, dog. I said, when K dropping that? Oh man, yeah, I gotta drop it at the right time, Joe. I'm like, dog, he need to drop that track. I love that track. Man, that track to me is timeless, bro. I told Steph last week, right?
Yep.
Hey, that's a track for the summer. Like, dog, that's a hit to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey, it ain't too many artists I can say that song right now. I could be like, damn, that track, man, I could keep listening to that for years down the line. That's like me and you, we was talking about Sada. Sada, man, he drove all that traction, made all that build up, dropped that Bartier Bounty, trash. And that's my dude.
That's my dude, man. Sada get busy.
Let me get it real.
Come on, K. Hey, look,
Yeah.
sidebar, K. Look, if y'all don't know about Love, that's on Spotify right now.
Yeah, it's
Look,
on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can get music, it's there.
Go ahead. Hey, get your shine
and
on,
you
bro.
can hit me up, I'll shoot you an MP3 version of it if you ain't got all the other stuff. But
y'all
look,
heard that on there, right? Look, I'm
but
saying.
look, so
ahead, bro.
Vez, though, you just always got to remember it's a business. If I drop a song in this lane and it go crazy, I'm going to drop 5 more songs in that lane because it's the business at the end of the day. I personally know that Vez got a whole nother catalog of shit he could come with.
All right.
It'll mess everybody up. It like crazy, like soulful sample beats, you know what I'm saying? I didn't sat in the studio and heard them. So just always keep that in mind. Just, you know what I'm saying? When y'all judging y'all artist or whatever, of course y'all probably just got all y'all got to go off of is what y'all hear, what they put out there.
Right.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about Vez in particular because that's what we was talking about. He got a whole nother catalog of shit that if he
But
just,
that's because you know it, though, right, bro?
But you never know. He,
But I'm
he,
just
he
saying,
signed that deal.
we
he on Motown, you know.
We can only judge you by what you put out there.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, bro, it's the same thing. Like if you get in the ring with me and whatever, you could be the greatest boxer in the world, but if I beat your ass, everybody gonna judge you like, hey, man, K, I don't know.
You're right,
I don't know.
That's the Adrian Bronner shit right there. Look,
There you go. But I'm just saying, I can only judge that man by what he put out there. I don't know about the, the unreleased stuff.
It's there though. It's there. You feel me? It's there. You know what I'm saying?
I think all these cats
It's
talented,
there.
man, in their own special way, for real.
that's because you on the neutral side of it, man. Look.
No, it's not, like so I can relate to a lot of the things that these cats be talking about. You know.
Okay, come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? Just
Come on.
growing up in the city, one of the worst zip codes at one point in time. I could see what they talking about. I could see that big guy, that big dope man on the corner, and I want to be just like him. But he ain't necessarily on the corner, but he coming through. He swooping down in the foreign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He pulling out cash to all the kids in the neighborhood, and you get good report cards. You getting $100 off bail. I went through that, and so I can relate to what these guys be talking about in their songs. And unfortunately, what we forget about is that when you in the city, that's all you know. There's a lot of cats that only know about Fairlane. There's most other cats that only know about Eastland and never been to the opposite malls. If you don't believe it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't out here enough and you ain't living enough.
Right.
So that's what I put the lane as far as how everybody's putting their music and it's sounding the same, but they different characters. You know what I'm saying? What made Sada so great is he's entertaining. Not only that, if you really listen to him, he got some bars. Like
Hey, but look,
he goes,
quiet as kept.
he
He
is
spit
snap.
fire. He spit
You know what I'm
fire.
saying? And on down to Doug. Like he catchy hooks, catchy lyrics.
So can I
you
cut
can
you off
remember.
real quick?
I'm with you.
So how did you feel about Bartier Bounty?
You gonna
And I'm asking you this.
No, I know,
'cause you know
we
off
we
the
chopped it up.
record.
We chopped it up.
Yeah.
We chopped it up. No, it's cool. I thought it should have been better than what it was, just because of who he is.
Okay.
Like, I think he cold. Like,
and that's truly a polite way of saying that it's trash.
I think he cold. No, like on some real stuff. Like
Daggers.
when I think of Sada, I think about
Trash.
Wyclef. How entertaining Wyclef was. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We bang the Fugees. You know what I'm saying? And get our book on. You know, back in the day, but.
It's a controversy ain't happening.
And that's why, hey, look, that's why he called that though, man, because he got that
being 100, man.
man.
I'm just
Look.
being 100, man. I'm just telling you, man. Like,
Hey, but yeah,
let me say this real
expected
quick,
more
bro.
from you.
Let me say this real quick. Like, I might not be vocal with, you know what I'm saying, like when I listen to these local artists, but
Thank you, sir.
my whole thing is, bro, like I told Steph with you, I see your growth. You know what I'm saying? Back when you had the, the jump with VMG, I hear the growth. I hear it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dime. You know what I'm saying? I hear the growth from project to project. You know what I'm saying? When you got that hunger, and I'm telling you, it's like, dog, you just can't. You can't get enough
Gotta
of it.
keep
It's
the
still like you reaching out for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like on the track, on the intro. Coming for everything. Like, dog, to me, you go crazy on that boy. It sound like you hungry. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that I never seen died in you, Don. Never seen it died in you, and that's what make you great, bro. For real.
Thank you,
And I ain't even saying that because you my man. I'm just telling you on some 100 junk. That's what make you
appreciate
great.
that.
Same thing with K2A. Like, dog, your high stakes, man, come on, dog. Like, bro, you did your thing. And I told Steph, that don't even sound like Detroit music to me. Neither one of y'all do sound like Detroit music. It sound like some industry junk that we can be really elevated right now. Like, y'all low-key slept on, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that too. But, again, man, at the end of the day, dog, you gotta keep in mind it's a business at the end of the day. Like,
Hey, I get that,
But see,
man.
that's the
Real.
thing.
But this the thing now. In the day and age we live
oh,
in,
my
you
goodness,
make your own lane. You make your own lane now, man.
You do and you don't.
Yeah, it
do and
seemed
you
like
don't.
that. It seemed like that.
They make it look good. That's why I said my
Yeah.
statements. I was like, the DJs got to
telling
do
you.
better.
I'm telling you, man, it seemed like
We
that.
got to make them do better.
Come on.
What I tell you? What I tell you that
I mean,
day?
if y'all trying to get down how Fat Joe and them was getting down back in the day and kidnap some DJs, then y'all get with me. But I'm telling you, man,
That's off air.
But I'm just saying. I told this man to my left, we gotta saturate ourselves. We gotta put ourselves out there. We gotta force them. Hey, this is what you need to be listening to. Stop playing this old ass track from 10 years. Hey, this it right here. This is the next track for 10, 15 years.
It's a lot of cats that's not street, but it's a lot of cats through the D that's cold, but they just not street. Like,
Right,
even
right.
at the job where I work at, there's a couple cats who their music is really good.
Right.
They not talking shoot 'em up bang bang, but they talking to you like
Right,
like
right.
it's real grown up riding your car all day, listen to music.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a whole other side of Detroit.
It
It's a
is.
whole
For
nother
sure,
side.
they need
It
to
is.
they need to push that side too.
it is.
Mhm.
I mean, but how you gotta
That's the real
create
talent
you gotta
inside.
create the you gotta create the vehicle to drive that though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta know what you up against for real. Like,
I mean, but it seemed like, though, I'm sorry to cut you off, Kay, but it seemed like we've been up against that particular structure for so long right now, man. Like, think about it. Like, Blade was banging back in 04. You had Eastside Cheddar Boys. You had Big Hurt. You had them talking the same thing we talking about now. It's a different format from a different age, though, man.
all right,
So,
but,
like, when does
listen, did Blade ever get a deal?
absolutely not.
Or did any of them ever get deals?
And I feel like they should have. That's the crazy part about it,
Offers
though,
count.
man. Look, and they
Huh?
and
The offer when you get an offer to deal, I think that counts. If you was able to turn deals down,
you say you want to get some credit for that deal. Look, you like
I turned it down. I ain't want it.
So that-
I'm pretty sure it's somebody that came at
man,
Blade.
if somebody offered me what I got in a duffel bag in my back seat, that don't count. That count to you?
That's real.
I mean,
I can get. Look,
That's real.
But that's
I mean,
you know
you
in the
wanna compare
business
the
side
two?
though, so you
Yeah.
understand that though. You know what I'm saying?
So we can go run up into back in that time. We can run up into any building and let anybody know how we felt. You know what I'm saying, and not worry about the wrath that come thereafter, being blacklisted or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be.
Fair enough.
But today, like I said, this day's artists of today in the city are smarter than that. They've learned from them ills by way of passions from what other people have told them that's in the industry that then gave them game. And what Kay said is that vehicle. You get in that right car to drive. You know what I'm saying? You on your way.
Hey, Block Party.
Block Party here rotation.
What up?
I hear something Detroit in almost every mix on both stations. I listen to radio. I have to because I need to stay in the know. A lot of people don't even listen to radio no more. But I hear a Detroit record spun in every mix show on both stations.
Wow.
You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
be honest with you, bro.
Ain't no new people though.
Man,
I'm gonna be honest.
D Hard the
But-
Queen getting spun on 98. You know what I'm
When I
saying?
had the, my busted down Pacifica, and I couldn't listen to
King Buffy Joe. Look what you talking
couldn't-
about, man.
I couldn't listen to no CDs. Only song I ever heard from Detroit was Block Party. I love Block Party. Ain't no disrespect to that. But the only time I think I really hear some Detroit music is around like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
When they doing their little battles, then they want to play little Detroit music.
Yeah, that's
here and
like
there.
that. hour that they play
yeah.
it.
You
Exactly.
talking about a full set, but you know what I'm saying? 5 o'clock mix over the whole summer. They was
But I'm
they
just
was playing.
saying, why we can't get as many spins as Drake?
Because the
control.
machine.
Machine.
Who,
The
who,
machine.
who controlling
That's
it?
that
Who
business.
controlling it though?
Man,
Big
that-
label.
that
Money
business,
looking.
the
People
label.
with that
Corporations.
money.
Money talk.
So that's my whole thing. I piggyback on what I just said earlier.
It's the women.
Why do we gotta pay all this money just to be heard? Why you can't force these artists out here? It ain't even about we all from Detroit. If it's a hot track, be like,
Hey, let me
damn,
ask you
hey,
this.
this need to be heard. This need to be spin. This need to be
think
that new track at the hour at the top of every hour.
All right, look, I'm gonna talk about it because it's been told, a number of times at this point. But what you think BJ did with Doughboys? Man, he forced that at radio. He put his job on the line for them at radio.
You don't want me to comment on that, bro.
Hey,
I
gotta-
look, it ain't my show. Do you want them to comment?
I got
on
a
it?
comment in my section. I'm gonna hit y'all with. No, you don't got to comment on that. You all good. Look, man.
Amen.
DJ C Scratch there. Artists have to do a better. Artists have to do better getting DJs their music and networking.
That too. I went to a DJ networking event put on by DJ Good Boy a couple weeks
Shout out
ago.
to DJ Good Boy.
You know what I'm saying? A number of DJs fell through, and that was a consistent sentiment amongst the DJs. A lot of artists, a lot of the talented artists, untalented artists period. They don't even know what the DJ service package is. But they ain't even sending them to DJs no more because.
Okay.
But the internet play a big part of that though. Like,
Right.
why I'ma send the DJ my music if I can drop it online and just see what pick up. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube.
Straight away from the people. YouTube, you control the numbers. You can finesse the game. You know what I'm saying? Spotify letting you do all that. So why I'ma send it to a DJ? I personally, if any DJs is watching, listening, get with me because I rock with the DJs.
Look, I was about to ask you. Like,
I'm big on the. I'm told you I went. It wasn't even a lot of artists there. I was surprised. I'm like, this a gold mine for me. Like, y'all artists ain't coming out to this, but that's real energy. But like I said, I like to go out. Like I go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I
okay.
put my feet down anywhere. So a lot of people. You know the times we living in, everything on the
Absolutely.
phone,
Oh, yeah.
computer,
Look,
and all
it's
that.
all digital,
So-
man.
so-
Look,
so
everything
people,
digital.
a lot of people scared of people nowadays. So
There's no confidence.
you know what I'm saying? It just ain't.
There's no
It
confidence.
just ain't. But again, DJs,
lot of
if
complacency.
you watching, get with me. I'll send you something. I'll send you 20
I got
tracks.
the pack on me.
So you got the pack on you. Look at
that.
Maybe it's not the confidence. Maybe it's just the complacency.
Man, it's probably
You complacent with where you at. You might got a little buzz in the city, and you just want to ride with that because you feel like you the king where you at.
a lot of them do. A lot of them do feel that way. I mean, you mentioned a name earlier that I know for sure had that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it be like that.
But see, that still come back to what we talking about, though, man. So it's because of their complacency in the city that we are in, that we represent, that they're not where they at then, right?
Man, me
Come
and my
on.
wife, we had a gravy conversation not too long ago before I left the crib, man.
We keep
And we
keep
would-
your
we
keep
would-
your bedroom exploits at home.
Oh,
sir.
here we go.
we don't need none of that here.
She listened to the city music. You know what I'm saying?
Flat out.
She listened to it. She rock out with it. She know who the artists are. And we were talking about complacency. It's
Okay.
really confidence. You know what I'm saying? There's no confidence in the hood for real. where we get our confidence from when we want to be like somebody that's on TV, or like I said, the dope man that's down the street that got all the cars, got all the clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You feel so now it's Instagram, so it's easy for these kids not to really put their emotions out there with what they want to say and hide behind the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? So when you have that, and in person, when you go to network, you think somebody got an attitude because they not saying something. No, they really don't know what to say. They don't have the proper structure of how to have a conversation, and you know what I'm saying, how to get somebody to laugh or to win somebody over.
Right.
So what we do here as artists, we oversaturate ourselves with the image because we don't have the confidence in our music. I mean, that pendulum is swinging, obviously, you know, because it's being heard elsewhere, but confidence, it starts with confidence.
I don't know, though. It's tricky because I done seen a lot of DJs on their Instagrams complaining about artists.
For real.
Bringing on the music. So do you want the music or do you not? You
It's gospel.
You feel
right
me?
there.
You got
Like,
one person telling the story.
You ain't
They
got to
say-
drink with the music.
Yeah.
I
All
that's
that.
like what they got to do
All
with the
that.
music. Like, I'm trying
all
to
that,
get to
you
the
know what I'm
music.
saying? So it's,
gospel.
they do a lot of flip flopping, but at the end of the day, I think artists just gotta find, man, you gotta find what's gonna work for you. If you got the following on the internet, boom it. You know what I'm saying? If you think yours is gonna be getting it to real people,
Right.
do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I seen the craziest thing on Instagram today. A rapper with a platform, I ain't gonna say his name, but he
Fair
was
enough.
like, man, I'm sick of all these upcoming dudes keep asking me, is their music fire? Like, I'm not the guy who you want to let me listen to your music. I don't care. Like, of course I'm not gonna say it's fire because I'm not gonna listen to it. And I was like, dang, you got a platform and everybody listen to your music and you can't.
And you can't bring another, but that come back to what we was talking
Is
about
it art-
earlier.
See, I was gonna say this earlier.
Oh, okay.
What it is, a lot of these artists that's got this following. They got that crab in the bucket mindset. That's the number one problem. That's the problem in our city. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got that pack. That, you know, that package, that you got that textbook and let people know, hey, this how you can get on, this how you do it. They don't want to share it.
Man, if you ain't got 15 years of friendship with somebody,
You ain't getting no action.
Man,
Look, that's pretty much what it is.
ain't
That's
nobody
what
showing
I'm
you no
saying,
love, bro. Like
That's what
you,
I'm saying.
That's the
Like,
problem,
or
man.
come, or come with the bag. Y'all,
That's the
look, y'all
problem.
know where we at.
But I'm just saying, don't feel threatened by me because I'm trying to come up too. You
I'm
know what
all
I'm saying?
for
You
good friends.
you feel threatened
Right.
because you think I'm about to knock you off that pedestal you on.
Yeah, you're right. That's but if more no, I'm gonna be real quick. If more people learn the business, all that'll go out the window.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know what
it's
I'm saying?
enough.
It's
It's
enough,
enough for everybody.
man. It's all paperwork.
And that's what it is, dude. Like, look, think about it, man. We sitting here at a table right now, a whole table, and everybody at this table can eat, dude. I'm serious, dude. Like, because I feel some type of way about that, man. Because it's like, I'm not obligated to do any of this. I'm not obligated to sit here and have y'all come on the show and talk to y'all, have a conversation with y'all. None of that, then. But the fact that we got a following, the fact that people actually listen to this show, they've subscribed, they've talked to me at one point and said, "You doing a good job." I'm like, man, I want to give that back to the, you know what I'm saying, y'all, people like y'all, my you know what I'm saying, friends, family, anybody like that then that has some type of platform or something they're trying to expand out to. And it's like, it's so easy for me to do it. It can't be that hard for everybody else in this damn city, dude. Like,
I mean,
like for real, like,
You know what I'm saying?
like I don't know, I like that because I'm worked up now, man. Like, I'm not
But you want to know what that
goes
go back to? That go back to the same thing what I just said about them. It's about your hunger. It's about your drive. It's about that love you got for it. So because you got all that,
right.
you gonna keep pushing regardless.
Yeah.
Everybody don't got that, man. Everybody don't got that.
No, it's just like with the food, like how back in the day, like when you used to see everybody who was selling dinners and stuff, like people was really cooking and selling their food because
Right.
they wanted you to be like, oh yeah, she got the best this, he got the best that, his food good. But now it's strictly for the money. It's strictly about the boxes, how pretty the boxes is for your cheesecake.
You
like,
take the whole passion out
you
the
know what I'm
game
saying?
then,
Yeah,
man.
now
You know
it's
what I'm
just
saying?
about money, so now
Yeah.
everybody food trash.
Hey, it's so funny you say that, man. That's so true though. It's all about the money. It ain't about the love for it. It's about the money, man. I can make it look pretty if you gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why this is
yeah,
gonna
I
be.
sell dope. That's
this
what you
what's
wanna
gonna-
hear.
This why this is gonna be what it is right here.
I can. Hey,
Look.
give me that fire ass beat.
put
I
this
can.
up on
I
camera
can make
real
me a little nice little track. You gonna rock with it. You gonna download it. Okay, they gonna play it in the club every week.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep.
Look, and I'm gonna tell you something. See that where I differ from everybody else. There's a lot of podcasts out here in the world. There's a lot of people that do this shit, or whatever.
yeah.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like at the end of the day, though, I don't give a damn if I'm talking to 5 people or I'm talking to 500 people.
Right.
You gonna get this same energy from me
Right.
regardless because I like doing
Fact.
this. Thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love to do this shit, dude. I love to debate. I love to talk that talk. And if we get into something that we can't talk about on in this podcast or on this camera, so be it then. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The beauty is that you're able to come to a safe space and do it.
Right.
You're able to sit there and talk about it and not feel like you being judged or not feel like you the bad guy
Right.
or any of that then. And if it be like, well, B, man, you done made it now. You this, you that. It's still going to be the same type of energy.
Right.
I'm not losing this energy, dude.
But
You
yeah,
know,
I am
that's
the
why
bad
you
guy
gonna go
when I
first.
come up here.
flat out.
That's why it's gonna
Facts.
that's why it's gonna grow and go further. You know what I'm saying? And platforms is big too. That's another thing that the city need. You know what I'm saying? The city is in dire need of popping platforms because we ain't got too many. You know what I'm saying? What's popping as far as a platform here right now for artists?
Drugs.
I'm talking about somewhere you can take your music, you know what I'm saying, draw a fan base, you feel me? Like, for sure, man, you know what I'm saying? That's
They got the
Uh-oh.
what.
Hey, look.
No, I'm not. No,
Hey,
agreeing with you.
Akani said you was high as hell. Are you sleepy, man? That's what I'm trying to
I'm
tell you,
good.
man.
I'm good. I'm soaking in the energy. In,
No, okay.
In the conversation.
Look,
But they got the New Music Sundays at the Coalition thing. I don't know how
Yeah,
much
yeah.
that worked, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
We know
but
that shit, don't
we need.
I know that worked, but I
We need
just
more.
said.
We need
No,
more.
no.
right, not
Absolutely,
just one. You
absolutely.
got to keep on that. Right, you
Absolutely.
got to
I'm
keep
saying.
building that brand.
We need that person that got turned down and upset and they want to prove a point. Create your platform right now.
Yeah.
Create it right now. You got people that be able to come on your show, talk real stuff, whether it's a podcast,
somebody
a
got a
record
good
pool.
idea.
I got
They
it.
scared.
So
but the one
basically what
question
you said.
is-
Uh-oh.
Oh, go ahead.
My bad. The one question is, how do you create your own platform in a city like this, though?
You got to
With-
grind.
Full of the people. No. Full of
That's
the
the
people who you
$1,000,000
know that's
question.
here.
And go
Full of the
look at
crabs
like
that's
competition.
continuing pulling you down.
So let me say
who
this.
don't want to see you succeed.
Right.
The most humbling human being I ever met, or I have met a bunch of them in my day as a young kid, man. My grandfather used to take me around to the market. And number one hustlers is the jitneys, the guys that selling the socks, the guys that selling the incense, right?
Hey, man, I know I got to sell socks, man.
You got a guy. You needed some cable back in the day, right?
Flat
no
out.
matter what people thought of you, you went made that $30, $50 to hot wire that pole and
Without a
had
doubt.
everybody on the block
Without a
hooked
doubt.
You
up.
was cold because you knew how to do it.
You
too.
feel me?
Right, look, you that guy. Look,
You feel me? I ain't trying to snitch on nobody, but then you got, somebody need their water turned on. They getting paid for that. It's a hustle. So we just got to continue to hustle. We a hustling city.
Man, so